What's up, y'all? This is I Ride Share 2, and this your man Vince. Now, I'm sitting out here, it's Friday morning, posted up in the area waiting for it to surge. I got out a little on the late side, and there was some surges going on that were popping, but I didn't run to chase them because they was in a whole nother area, and I would hate to get there, and then they dried up, which is what happened. So, right now, I was waiting for the surge to. Excuse me. That ping didn't have no surge, so you know what we say when there's no surge, right? Decline. So why is it that it can be pinging like that with no surge, back to back? And I decided to do this video because I was like, there's no surges going on, so I won't be interrupted. I got the app on because I don't want to miss anything. You know, I can have the camera on and then a surge occur. I don't want to miss it like that. That's why I got the app on. But those were back-to-back pings and no surges. I don't understand it. So I'm posted out here, and I was reading some of the news about AB 5 being passed in one of the lower chambers of the California Senate. So it has to make it through at least another chamber or committee, and then to the full Senate, and then it goes to the president desk, provided that it passes. So I think it has a good chance of making it to the governor's desk, but we'll see. You know how money and influence can change people's minds, and Uber has money. They're burning through it quite fast, but that's why they had to go public to get new infusions of money. So, and Lyft, don't forget them. So the AB5 thing, it passed. I'm glad it did. I'm on the side of us becoming employees because they're not doing what's right with us as independent contractors. We're really not independent contractors. We're really employees, and they're using the independent contractor title for us. So they've got the best of both worlds. They're saying that we're independent contractors, but they're treating us like employees. This is how I see it. When they tell us you can't do this, you can't do that, they can deactivate you at any time. And think about it like this: if you were a plumber, you're an independent contractor, right? And see, why no surge? This thing is going crazy and no surges. If you were a plumber, think about it like this: and you had a customer that was not satisfied with you for one reason or another, right? Would that one customer be able to stop you from maintaining your plumber business? No. But how are we independent contractors when you can get a rating or a complaint from a rider, and that one complaint can get you kicked off the platform? So you're not an independent contractor, are you? You're a slave to Uber and Lyft and their policies. As an independent contractor, like I said, if you was a plumber and this, for one, if this person that you were giving services to had a complaint, they would have to come to you with that complaint. And then if they weren't satisfied, you would have to try to fix it. And then if you didn't fix it, then they would go to some consumer advocacy group or government consumer group and then complain there. But in no way would you be able to stop being a plumber and earning wages. You wouldn't get kicked off the plumber platform. So we're not there. The fact that you're a 1099 is an illusion that they brainwashed everybody that believes they're independent contractor, brainwashed them with. So since we're not really independent contractors, we might as well be the employees that we are and be classified as such. Now, if they want us to be independent contractors, then they have to treat us as independent contractors. I think this is why this is happening right now. And I think these government lawmakers are realizing it, that we need either independent contractor um, assurances and benefits, or employee insurances or benefits. But right now, Uber and Lyft, they're straddled in the line, and they're taken from both sides of the fence. All right. They're saying we gotta, when we go to the airport, we gotta keep the app on. If we're independent contractors and we have flexibility and we can turn our app on and off whenever we want, then when we go to the airport, we can turn our app on and off whenever we want. But they're saying we can't. You see what I'm saying? You can't have it both ways. It's propaganda in the campaign that they're waging to make people believe that you have certain rights and privileges, and that we are independent contractors. But these government officials are not being fooled by it, and neither should we be fooled by it, by their calling us independent contractors when we're really not. So we might as well be employed. And people are saying they use this flexibility thing because that's all they have. You're gonna lose your flexibility. No, you're not. This business is run on the premise that there are going to be always drivers available. All right, so they need us to be flexible as well. So if if AB5 passes, let's say, and all of a sudden they say, all right, now we're employees, and they say you have to work this certain schedule, and a lot of people are gonna be like, no, I can't do that schedule. No, so if I can't do it, then I can't do Uber and Lyft. They're gonna lose a lot of drivers that they need. They have to keep things flexible, whether we become employees or not. We may have to do something like submit schedules that we can work in advance. I think that's a possibility. But they're not going to just say, and how are they going to manage all of us? We're not centralized at all. I live here, you live there. I go to certain areas in the morning when I get up. You go to certain areas in the morning where you get up. How are they going to manage all that if they're going to try to say, all of a sudden, we have to give you certain schedules? I still think it's going to be a flex schedule, and they will be shooting themselves in the foot if here in California we become employees and then they say, all right, there's no more flex schedule. We have to go on schedules that are predetermined. They'll be doing themselves a disservice. I guarantee it. Because like I said, this business is built on having drivers readily available who have other jobs, who do other things. I don't know the numbers, but there's a lot of people like me who are part-time. There's not a lot of... I don't think there's as many full-time drivers as there are part-time drivers. So if they try to come up with schedules that are not benefiting or conducive to your schedule, then think about it. Will you be able to do Uber and Lyft? You may make some adjustments here and there and say, I can't do it when I used to be able to do it. Maybe I can do it during this time when I'm not working my full-time job, or when I'm not having to look after the kids, or when I'm not in school, or whatever the case may be. So that's how I see it. But me personally, like I said, I'm glad the AB5 bill passed, because if you look at it, the Uber and Lyft are trying to play both sides of the fence, and we need to tell them, look, pick a side. All right, um, it's cool and all, but pick a side. And they the one who control the purse strings. So how are we independent contractors? That's another point. If you was a plumber, you set your own rates. We don't set our own rates, so we can't even get a ride where we know the destination prior to getting there. So how is that being an independent contractor? We're not independent of Uber and Lyft. We're dependent on Uber and Lyft for more than just them being the middleman to connect riders and drivers. Well, anyway, let me go check these surges. You guys have a good, productive day. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you can be alerted when I upload new content. And until I see y'all again, peace.